What is it like to have a guy that's had a long career in the NFL be your right hand guy, your wingman to guide you as you develop? And I know Mike Schmidt had a really nice run developing a lot of guys to wind up in the NFL. But what's it been like to be around Mike Goff?
Um, Coach Mike Goff basically picked up where Coach Schmidt left off and just he ran with it. He has just so much experience and he brings such great energy to the table every day. So it's just a pleasure to work with him every day.
The fact that you guys have an awful lot of offensive linemen with experience, is continuity going to be a big difference maker for this year?
Yes, for sure. It is every year. Our offensive linemen, we all get together on and off the field, and we like to celebrate every little thing we do, and we're like a close-knit family, to be honest. So, yeah, continuity is something we definitely like to live by.
William, how stunning was 4-4 last season, and with all the struggles you had on offense with the injuries to notably a quarterback?
Can you say that again, please?
How stunning was to go 4-4 last year, have the injuries you had all over the place, and have the quarterback issues on top of it? How hard was it?
It was definitely difficult during COVID. None of us been through that, so we just had to keep battling through what we had to go through. It is what it is. Yeah, I didn't really think of it too much. It's in the past now. We're focusing on this year.
How impressed were you that San Diego State got through virtually the entire season with no COVID outbreaks as compared to what happened in New Mexico and a bunch of other places?
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed with everybody here. They handled it great from start to finish. They never felt like I never felt like anything was off or anything. It was spot on from testing to managing like 6 feet apart and all that in practice. It was all good.
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I could jump in. I appreciate it. What was it like for you growing up? Were you a San Diego State fan growing up in San Diego? Was this a program that you hope to one day be a part of?
Definitely. My uncle Freddie Dunkle played here in 2004. He played with Coach Schmidt and Coach Hall. So growing up, I was always watching them play in Qualcomm. Going to high school, I for sure definitely wanted to come to San Diego State out of high school. So, yeah, it was definitely a dream.
How much pride does your group specifically take in, the successes that San Diego State has had, in the last handful of years, even more than that? I mean, you look at the last 10 or 15 years of San Diego State football, it's been so good. And obviously you want to continue that legacy. Is that a prideful thing for your offensive line group?
Yeah, for sure. We definitely take that to heart.
And then what are some areas that you need to improve on? You individually and then the group collectively up front for you guys to have a better 2021.
Individually, I like to improve on everything. I'll never say I'm perfect at a single thing. You got to grind every day to get better. The whole group, I would say, just like me, we all need to get better at everything as well.
And then one last question, just about the offense, because I think back to a year ago, and obviously every team in the country, it was like a stop-start situation. There wasn't a real fall camp. Did you just feel like that it's it's going to be more cohesive with all this time to prepare for the upcoming season? Do you feel like the offense could take a big step forward because you have more preparation time as opposed to what you had a year ago?
Yeah, for sure. A year ago, we practiced, I think, once or twice, and then it was stopped because of COVID during fall camp. We stopped, and we didn't pick up till about a month later. This year, it's totally different. Every day we're getting at it. So it's going to be a big difference for sure.
Thanks, William.
And we'll finish up with Kurt.
Hi, William. I wanted to see if you could talk a little bit about last season, and you're starting to kind of come into your own, and then you had to take a break, I think, because of COVID contact tracing. Did you, in fact, have COVID, or was it just someone else you'd been around?
I'm just going to, that's in the past. I don't really want to talk about that, to be honest. You got to talk to Coach Hoke about that.
Okay. Well, what I was trying to get at is what kind of frustrations were there to be kind of moving along in your season and then have to take a break?
Yeah, I was definitely frustrated, but, I just had to go through what I had to go through, and I was good. It's all in the past now. I'm worried about this season.
And so getting some experience last year, how does that help you now going into this year?
I wish I got more experience last year. I only played 5 games out of the 8, but that doesn't matter. Now we got Coach Goff here now, and with all the experience he brings to the table and all of our other coaches, it's going to be a good season for sure.
Can you compare and contrast the coaching styles of Coach Schmidt and Coach Goff?
Yeah, they're pretty similar. They're both straightforward, honest. They give it to you how it is, and that's what I really like about both of them. They're really not too different, to be honest. They both have great experience. So I'm just glad that he came in and really picked off where Coach Schmidt left off, and we just took off running, to be honest.
I know they wanted the offensive lineman to be flexible enough to play more than one position, but is there a favorite spot you have on the line?
No, I don't got no favorite spot. I'll play wherever they put me, to be honest. It doesn't matter.
And what's it going to take for the offensive line this year to really come together? I know there's a lot of experience, but guys are kind of going to be in some different spots than they were a year ago.
Can you say that again one more time, please?
What's it going to take for the offensive line to really come together once the season starts? I know there's a lot of experience, but also guys are playing in different positions than they played last year.
Yeah, I think we just over time with this fall camp, the next 2-3 weeks, we're really going to come and gel together, and all the time we've been putting in with each other is really going to pay off. So I would just say time.
All right. And I know you came from a very successful high school program, but what was the biggest thing you had to learn and figure out in the transition to college?
That not everybody is as small as they are in high school. Everybody in college is pretty big, so you can't just manhandle everybody. You got to use some technique.